Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to arrive. You know, if I'd put 10% of the effort into my studies when I was at school, as I did with this song, I'd probably have like 3 CSEs. But I probably wouldn't have the 3 loves of my life that I have right now. Aww. I honestly don't know if this is exactly or anywhere near what Paul McCartney plays on the record. And, you know, I don't make any claim of that sort. But I tell you what though, even this basic way of playing Blackbird sounds fucking awesome. So this part 1 of my Blackbird guitar system involves 2 fingers on your strumming hand, or should I say your finger picking hand. Not fingers actually, you'll be using your thumb and your second finger. This is all you'll be using on this hand, and it will they'll always be together. Okay, you'll always be playing them together, like a pincer movement, I think it is. And your thumb is always going to be playing the low strings. It's going to be playing the E, the 6th string, the A, the 5th string, and the D or 4th string. Your second finger is always going to be playing the top E string, the 1st string, the B string, the 2nd string, and the 3rd string, the G string. All right. And as I said, you'll only ever be picking 2 strings at a time. And basically, whatever you're supposed to be playing up here is what you'll be picking up here. And most of the time, you'll be picking the 5th string, that's the A string, and the B string. I think that's the most common combination. You'll also be picking the 5th string and the 1st string. I think that's the 2nd most common combination of strings. You'll also be picking the 6th string and the 2nd string, and also the final combination will be the 4th string and the 2nd string, the D and the B string. So as I said, whatever notes you're supposed to be playing here, you'll be picking with your thumb and your second finger over here. Now there's a lot of movement up and down the fretboard. Just a reminder, up is going this way towards the 10th, 11th, 12th fret, and down is going this way. But as I said, there's a lot of movement up and down the fretboard, but if you take your time, if you learn this slowly, be patient but persistent, you'll get it right. Now, while I did learn this from the guitar tab of that Beatles book, the fingering I used is what I felt comfortable with, or what I feel comfortable with. Now, a guitar tab doesn't tell you what fingers to use. So if the fingers I use don't feel too comfortable for you on this hand, on your fretting hand, then use whatever you like. Now, the other thing is there are some weird timings in this song. Now, according to my old Beatles book, there's like a 6/8, 4/4, 3/4, 2/4, 3/2. Sounds like football scores, right? Now I don't know what they are really. I couldn't really explain that to you as well as I'd like. But the thing is, I didn't learn the song based on those time signatures. I learned the song basically on my knowledge of the song. So I know how the song goes. And one of the things is, if you're learning a new song for the first time, if you know that song, if you can sing that song in the shower, then generally it makes it easier to learn it on the guitar, because you kind of know the strumming pattern, or you know the rhythm, how it should sound. So I'm not going to be worrying about telling you what time signature to be playing here. I've got the tabs for how I'm going to show you this particular way of playing Blackbird. So if you want them, let me know in the comments or send me an email. If you check down in the description, you'll find my email address. Send me a message saying you want this tab and I'll send it back to you. Also on the screen you will see the tabs as well, so you can also get a screenshot as we're going. All right, now let's get on with the song. So the intro is this. And what are we playing? So we're kicking off with the third finger on the third fret of the low E string and the open B string. And that's pretty recognisable, I think, as the beginning of Blackbird. Next we're playing the open A string and the first fret of the B string. So we're going. And you notice that immediately we're doing this kind of pincer movement. Next comes, we're going to put our second finger on the second fret of the A string and our fourth finger on the third fret of the B string. So we're going, and it's sounding pretty nice, just like that. So, and one thing you want to do as you practice this is to take these little sections and really work on them. You know, so you could stop the video here and just keep going, and even doing it backwards. Just to get used to these fingers here working together and what's going on up here. Now the last part of the intro is the really big slide from here all the way up to here. So what we've got here, this fourth finger is on the 12th fret of the B string, the 12th fret of the B string. And this finger here, your first finger, is on the 10th fret of the A string. And you know, on your guitar, to help you find your way around the guitar, especially when you go up the fretboard, is using these dots here to help you. So you've got the 5th fret, 7th fret, 9th fret and 12th fret. Alright, so these dots here can guide you. Now you may also have a dot here on the 3rd fret as well. And they're not only just on here, but they're also on the side of the guitar up here. So what do we have? We've got and that's our intro. And as I said, even this really basic way of playing it is absolutely gorgeous. And really, I think it sounds like the real thing. Basic, but you know, you can still tell what it is. Now, as I said, that slide is probably the most difficult part, so you want to be careful with that. Again, taking it easy from that part here, a 3rd step to there. Take it a little bit easy. Take it slowly. I mean, you're more than likely going to do a lot of this, because I know I did. Okay, right, so that was the intro. Now let's have a look at the verses. So the verse starts off with the same as the intro. We've got this, and so it goes, blackbird singing in the dead of night. Now the next bit, the take these broken wings, learn to fly, that bit has a lovely ascending part. And what we have, I'll split this up into 2 little bits. And it goes like this. So the bass is doing this up ascending part. Goes like this. And you'll notice that I'm using the first finger, second finger, first finger, second finger, first finger, first finger. So 3rd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret, 6th fret, 7th fret, and 6th fret. And that that's all on the A string. And the fourth finger is in the first finger. Now we're going to be using a little bit more than just the A string and the B. It's not the the A string and the B string. We're going to be using a bit more now, because this finger, then this part here is going to be first. It's going to be 3rd fret or 5th fret of the B string. Then it's the 3rd fret of the top E string, the high E string. So we're going, right, and then we move up 2 frets and do exactly the same. So, and then the little finger on the B string still is going to go onto the 8th fret of the B string. So we've got, and then putting that together, this is where it gets a touch more complicated, is like this. So third fret of the A string, first finger, 5th fret of the B string with the 4th finger. Right, so we have this. Now remember, 2nd finger is next. The 1st finger will shove over all the way to the high E string at the 3rd fret. And then we're going to repeat that pattern, but up here, 5th fret, 7th fret, 5th fret, A string, 7th fret, B string. And then 2nd finger goes 1 up, that finger comes across to the 5th fret now of the high E string. So we're going, now this finger, 7th fret, and the 1st finger on the, oh no, hang on, that's the 8th fret, sorry, 8th fret and 7th fret of the B string. And then, so. Now if we put this all together with the first part of the verse, so Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Now, so when you're up here, the shape, the 1st finger and the 4th finger, is going to slide down to the 3rd fret and the 5th fret. And then we begin this ascending sequence. What I was saying about whatever this hand plays, this hand does. So, you know, remember this kind of pincer movement. Remember, you're playing exactly the same things that you're playing here. So we're playing 5th and 2nd string, 5th and 1st string. So we've looked at this part here. Now we start a descending sequence here. And a lot of what we're playing with these fingers going down this way is pretty much the same that we used on the way up. So we have this. Now we're going to move everything, all of this, down 1 fret. And then, now that part there from is exactly the same as we played on the way up. just in reverse now. So we're going down 1 fret. So we're playing A and B strings here. So A, we're on the 5th fret, B, we're on the 7th fret, and then here we're on the A string at the 4th fret with the 2nd finger, 3rd finger, first finger is on the 1st fret, not 1st fret, first finger is on the 3rd fret of the high E string, and then we've got 4th finger, 5th fret of B string, and then 1st finger on the 3rd fret of the A string. So it's going down like this. So up. Now come down 1 fret. So putting that together, descending, and now we're going to put this finger down 1 fret. So what we have is all your life, and then the You Were Only Waiting, which we're going to now start doing another descending part. So we've just gone all your life. Now you were only is 4th finger, 3rd fret of the B string, 1st finger, 2nd fret of the A string, and then lift off that finger, move this 4th finger down 1 fret, and then play the 5th string and that B string, and then we're going to put the 1st finger on the 1st fret of the B string, but now we're going to be playing the 4th string, but we're going to play this string open. So we're going, and hear that again. Back to what we started off with, which is the 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string and the open B string. So we've gone all your life, you're only waiting for this moment to rise. Now for the very end part of the verse, we're going to play this sequence here. Which is very similar to what we've just played. So we're going to play here, 1st finger, 3rd fret A string, 4th finger, 5th fret B string, and then 3rd finger, B string at the 3rd fret, and the 1st finger on the 2nd fret of the A string, and then move this one down 1 fret, then play open, and then 1st finger and open D string, 1st finger on the 1st fret of that B string. So let me just run through that again. So all your life, this moment to arise. All your life, you're only waiting for this moment to arise. into another verse. But let's put everything that we've learned so far together. So let's go through the intro and the verse pretty slowly. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you're only waiting for this moment to arise. One thing I would definitely recommend when learning this is to learn it in sections. So just by learning the intro, so start learning that. We've looked at the intro, we've looked at the verses, but I would suggest slowing it down a little bit, but just doing that bit over and over again. Just constant, because that constant repetition is going to really build your muscle memory for not only for this hand here, but also for your picking hand, because using the thumb on the low strings and this finger on the higher strings, this is, as I said, it's a very common thing. Thumb generally plays the low strings, so it's kind of nice to get used to moving, especially as I said with the thumb. Moving your thumb from the 6th string to the 5th string, from the 6th string to the 5th string, and sometimes the 4th string. So you're building up the muscle memory in this hand, you're building up your muscle memory in this hand too. And the other thing is, there's parts of this intro where the shapes that you're using are used in other parts as well. So that part here at the end of the intro is used in that ascending sequence. So, you know, it's a really good idea just to learn things, I would say, for this, especially for this particular tune, learn it in sections. Just really slowly build up the technique, build up your muscle memory, because this is, as I said, this is how I did it, how I separated the kind of the tricky stuff that was going on here and just got rid of all of that and made this much easier for myself, which really did help me. And that's the other thing I did, was to just go round the same sections over and over again, which is what I recommend that you do. The middle part, the part where Paul sings Blackbird fly, the middle part is mostly using first finger and the 4th finger. And we are starting at the 8th fret of the A string and the 10th fret of the B string. And you know, this shape here, using these 2 fingers, we've used it a couple of times already. Here at the end of the intro, and also in this ascending part. And so now we're going to start with it here, black, and we're going down. Now this finger and this finger all the way down, slightly different shapes, but same 2 fingers. So black, bird. Now here we have, first finger has slid down 1 fret, but the 4th finger is now on the 8th fret. And then you're going to move this whole shape down 2 frets. Alright, so sounds a bit 3 Blind Mice-ish, I think. And then for the next part, we're going to have the original shape. So So that's the first finger on the 3rd fret of the A string, 5th fret of the B string with your 4th finger. So, and then move all of this down 2 frets, and then slide up 2 frets. That's the first part. So, blackbird fly. So, that's going to repeat. Blackbird fly. But now when we get to the word fly, we're not going back up 2 frets, we're coming down. And this is the same part that we've done before at the end of the first verse. So, now, just your 4th finger on the 2nd fret, and you're playing the open A string. And then 1st finger on the 1st fret of that same B string, and the open D string. Excuse me. Before going back to the very original, your first original position, with the 3rd finger on the 3rd fret of the low E string and playing the open B string. So altogether it sounds like this. Blackbird fly, blackbird fly, into the light of the dark black night. Right, now when you get back there, now you're going to play everything again. But it's like it's like an instrumental now. So, we're going blackbird fly, into the light of the dark black and then it's the middle. So we go blackbird fly, blackbird fly, into the light of the dark black night. And then we do that sequence again, that intro sequence. But this time, this is a bit where it slows down. And then it goes into like, it's like the solo or the second instrumental. Let's have a look at that now. So after that middle of we do that sort of slowing down part. And then the instrumental break here is, so we've got that first opening part again, and then we're moving up. We're playing this shape again, the one that we've already done up here, and then the one that started the beginning of the middle. So 3rd fret, A string, the 1st finger, 5th fret of the B string with the 4th finger. So, and then we're going to slide down. And this is the same part that we did at the end of the first verse. So all we're doing for this is we're basically repeating a lot of the shapes and the sounds that we've done before. So we go slow down, a little bit of Blackbird noise. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. And then we go into the final verse. So one more time. So we do that slowing down bar. Blackbird sounds. Blackbird singing in the dead of night. So as I say, into the final verse. If you're getting value out of this beginner guitar fingerstyle Blackbird lesson, then why not hit the like button and help to spread this video to other beginner guitarists like yourself. So after that instrumental break, that shorter instrumental break, it goes into the final verse. So we're going to do this thing here. A blackbird singing in the dead of night. Take these broken wings and learn to fly. All your life you were only waiting for this moment to arise. So that's where it changes. When it gets to that part there, and it goes, you were only waiting for this moment to rise. It goes, with the singing. So, you were only waiting for this moment to rise. You were only waiting for this moment to rise. You were only waiting for this moment to rise. And what we have there is this same kind of descending sequence that we've seen a few times. You were only waiting for this moment to rise. This part here, which is done twice. So we've got first finger, 3rd fret of the A string, 5th fret of the B string with your 4th finger. So we've got a slightly quicker descending part now. And then we have this part here, 3rd fret of the B string with your 4th finger, 1st finger on the A string at the 2nd fret. And then descending a little bit more. Your 4th finger has moved down 1 fret, and now you're playing the open A string as well. And then we have 1st finger, 1st fret of B string, and playing the open D. So you were only waiting for this moment to arise. You were only waiting for this moment to rise. You were only waiting for this moment to rise. And then you just finish on, which is 3rd fret, low E string, and the open B, which is exactly where we started. That's how I learned Blackbird, just using that very simple way of playing it. You know, as I said, I uncomplicated this hand, uncomplicated everything to make life a lot easier for myself. And I still think it sounds great, even just like that, without all the bells and whistles and Blackbird noises. For more fingerstyle, finger picking lessons, then click this link right here. And if you got value out of this, why not subscribe too? Thanks for joining me today. Happy strumming, happy finger picking.